Yes, that's right, everyone. The big news that's just broken out that we are going to see a revival of the classic 90s animated series of the X-Men, which is going to be coming to Disney Plus in 2023, and it's going to be called X-Men 97. Now, this comes as a shock, but at the same time, a true pleasant surprise because just like all of you, I was a big fan and still am to this day of the X-Men 90s cartoon. And I think growing up, I speak for everyone, we all watched this show on Fox Kids every week. Sometimes it was on Live and Kicking on Saturday mornings on the BBC One channel, but I think we can all agree that we all watched the hell out of this show on Fox Kids. And it's quite surprising that we're getting a revival of the 90s X-Men cartoon because it's been, I'm going to guess it's been around about maybe 23 years since the show ended. And we all remember how the show ended. The show ended with Lalandra coming to Earth and taking Professor Xavier away because he was dying. And we saw Magneto and Xavier finally make peace with one another. And we also saw Cyclops be christened as the new head of the School of the Gifted. And we saw all of the X-Men look up into the sky as Xavier was taken away with Landra. And that's pretty much how the show ended. And we also saw a recent revival in the comic books of the show, which was called X-Men 92, which was a damn good, pretty comic book series, in my opinion. I thought it was quite a good series. And that's kind of stopped now, but since then, there hasn't really been much activity in the way of X-Men as far as the 90s cartoon is concerned. But I'm really pleased that the show is coming back and I'm super pumped to see it. And I'm just curious to know how many seasons are they going to do. Could it be one? Could it be two? Or maybe three? But time will tell, really. But I'm really excited for this and hoping if this new revival does very well, fingers crossed that we might get one more season of the much loved Spider Man, the animated series, because we all know how that show ended. And, it's a damn shame it ended the way it did, but I would love to see that show get revived just to tie up all of the loose ends with Mary Jane Watson and all of the other stuff that happened at the end of that show's run. But we'll just have to see, really. But X-Men 97, like the sound of that on Disney Plus. Can't wait. Now, my only question is, will they bring back all of the original cast members who did the voiceovers for the characters? Because I do know a couple of them are no longer with us anymore. So it's going to be interesting to see how they'll work around that. But for the most part, I'm super pumped for this, and I was a huge fan of the show, still am to this day. I just recently rewatched the entire series, all 6 seasons of the show, and it was just unbelievable. And my favorite story arc to this day is still the Dark Phoenix saga. Nothing will top that, and followed closely by the Phoenix saga as well, and Days of Future Past with Bishop, as the lead instead of Kitty Pryde. Unbelievable story arcs, and what more could you ask for from a show like the X-Men? X-Men, Spider-Man, Batman, Power Rangers slash Zeo, they were my shows growing up. And to see X-Men coming back after all these years doesn't get any better than that. So that's going to be it from me. I'm going to wrap this up now. What's your thoughts on a brand new X-Men animated series called X-Men 97? Are you excited about it? How many seasons would you like to see this go for? And also, do you think the possibility that this show does well, do you think it's possible we could see other shows like Spider-Man or The Incredible Hulk get a revival of sorts? And also, for X-Men 97, what would you like to see them do in terms of story arcs? And is there any characters you would like to see come back? Bishop, Cable, or Morph, or even some of the villains like Apocalypse or Mr. Sinister? You know what to do, guys. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave your thoughts and comments down below, and I will see all of you next time. So until then, take care, everybody, and stay safe. And once again, thanks for listening.